Oh, should I order some food?
Go for it.
Should I order a pizza?
Yeah, go for it.
I can already tell with these headphones on that...
It's going to get weird.
No, I'm going to be fine. But the clock is going to be the star of this show.
Oh, really?
It'll be fine, I think.
Or we could just destroy the clock.
We could what?
Destroy the clock.
You want some water or anything?
You know what? I will take some water.
Does it sound like I'm peeing?
Yes, it does. You're right. Holy crap. I can hear... I can hear everything that's going on right now. You order the food?
Yeah.
All right. You ready to go?
Yeah.
It's so weird. It's so hyper aware.
By the way, for anyone who's listening,
we have like new equipment that we're testing out.
You can probably tell.
And it's just like I've never used like the headphones before, and it's so weird.
And see, I had a small voiceover career for a little while, so I'm totally used to this.
Yeah, this is so distracting to me. Like I'm gonna get every other sentence. I'm gonna be like, what was that? It's like being out in the wilderness right now. All right. How do we do this again? How do we start this? How did this go before?
It's been a while.
It's been a long while.
It's been like 6 years.
Feels like it. All right. Oh, yeah. All right.
Yeah, I was going to say that's how you start.
That's usually how it goes. Okay, here we go. All right. Oh, yeah. Welcome to the Media Lunch Break, everybody, where we give you all of your comic, geek, and movie news on the time it takes to eat a good sandwich and enjoy a nice piece of fruitcake. I am Chris Treba. Alongside me, as always, is my co-host Andrew Dunn. Say hello, Andrew.
Hi.
Well, yeah, we've been doing this a little while. We were supposed to do this last week, and then I got terribly, terribly ill. I was like,
and you may have given it to me now.
I probably did. I more people I've talked to, they're like, "Oh, I'm not feeling so hot." I'm like, "Hey, what's going on?"
You are spreading the trees.
Like I am spreading the trees real hard. As is widely known, the only cure for the trees is to get the trees. Yeah. So, God, we haven't. Yeah, I'm trying to think.
Trying to get back into the swing of it.
I'm trying to feel how this goes anymore. Because we haven't been back since before Thanksgiving.
Correct.
Yeah. We got some news to get to.
It's also weird because my view of you, I'm trying to take a picture of it right now, but my view of you is blocked by a microphone.
Yeah, so is mine. So normally I could like see your entire face, and now you're just hiding it behind a giant microphone. And I just assume that you're mocking me.
I mean, I am
behind the thing. As of this recording, so we have news to get to, but I gotta, and I hate to do this, I gotta start off with some sad news.
What's the sad news?
As of the recording of this today, just last night, it was announced that TV dad Alan Thicke has passed away at the age of 69.
Yeah. And passed away, from what I've heard, is putting it lightly. I haven't confirmed this yet, but
I don't really think there's any other. Like, I think it's a pretty binary state. You're either passed away or you're not.
But I just meant
like putting it lightly.
Yeah, but I think he was checking somebody in the side of the rink. You know, he was playing hockey.
Well, that's what you said. I hadn't heard that, but
I gotta look it up.
Listen, I gotta say, if that's how he went out, that's a pretty badass way to go out.
Yeah, especially for the dad from Growing Pains.
Yeah, that's a weird story for the guy who he checked. It's like one time Alan Thicke checked me into the wall and just died. I think I killed the guy from Growing Pains. Like, that's a weird story to happen the rest of your life. So that's sad news. I gotta say this. People are like, Alan Thicke, he's such a... You know what's interesting about Alan Thicke? It's a phrase I never thought I'd say. But you know what's interesting about Alan Thicke?
What is interesting about Alan Thicke?
Is I think people kind of write him off as like he was just like this goofy like kind of dorky, very white bread guy.
Sure.
If you go back and he was solid. He's solid in every performance I've ever seen him in. I'm not saying like he was robbed of Oscar.
What else did you see him in?
But like he after Growing Pains, he would show up in sitcoms for like the rest of his life.
Like what?
Damn it! Don't put me on the spot like this. No. He did guest spots on How I Met Your Mother.
Oh, okay.
He did guest spots on. There were a number of others. I could look up his IMDb right now and I'm sure it would be a litany of memorable shows and probably some not memorable shows.
It literally just says Growing Pains.
Yeah, it just says Growing Pains, and that's it. But I can't. But the thing about it is he was like a solid performer. Like whenever he came on. He did a guest spot on a show. Yeah. He definitely, there was at least one thing he did that made me laugh. Like that's the best thing I think I could say about it. We were talking about this earlier today, and I'm gonna admit this on mic. I'm not exactly proud of this. It happened by accident.
Sure it did.
Over this past weekend, I ended up watching season 2 of Fuller House. Don't ask me how. It wasn't. I didn't do it by myself. My wife put it on, and then like you do, it just we just were like, all right, let's just do the next one because it's just air. Like that.
How many episodes did you watch?
The entire season.
So you're like, I just accidentally watched the entire.
I just accidentally watched 13 episodes.
An entire series.
My point is this: he's actually on one of those episodes. He guest stars on one of those episodes, and he is the best part of that episode, and probably one of the best parts of that entire season.
Yeah, I mean that's not incredibly surprising. But...
No, I mean listen, I'm not saying that Fuller House is a great show and he rose to the challenge, but but that's the type of performer he was. Like I think people kind of shove him off as like this guy who did one series and that was it. But like he kept showing up at stuff. Yeah, and every time he never was just like, I'm just gonna phone it in because people know who I am. Like he always came in and like. You could tell he was definitely given something to it. Like he was trying to do something really good with whatever he was given.
Well, yeah, his stage presence had a very sturdy weight to it.
Yeah, exactly. So, Alan Thicke, R.I.P. It is kind of sad. We just lost Florence Henderson not too long ago, so it's kind of an interesting parallel. You lose one really great TV mom and one really great TV dad. Heaven Tonight has gotten has one hell of a sitcom brewing. That's all I can think of.
Did Florence Henderson have a creepy daughter that she left behind that sings about rape? Because that would have been an interesting parallel.
So wow, you had to go there in an in memoriam. You had to take it in that direction.
Listen, it doesn't make him any less creepy.
Who, Robin?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I know, but let's focus on Alan right now. Okay?
All right.
When Robin Thicke dies, we can focus on that.
Sure.
We'll have a whole discussion about it. But that's sad news. That kind of sucked to hear. But we do have much. We've been away a while, so we have a lot of news to get to. Some of it old, some of it new, some of it in between. I don't think there's such a thing as in between for news, but we're gonna cover all of it. As always, Andrew.
Yeah.
As always, I have much news to get to.
Yeah, as always.
I have Marvel news. I have DC news. The choice is yours. Which would you like to begin with?
Do we have any news about Alan Thicke?
No.
Okay.
But I like where you were going with that. Wouldn't it be amazing if I did?
If you had more news.
Yeah, if I had an actual news story about Alan Thicke after he had died post-mortem. That'd be amazing.
I think you would have, if you did.
Would I have led with that?
Yeah, I think you would have had to.
I would not have.
Okay.
That's a lie. You don't know me at all. I'm crazy. I'm just drunk with power when it comes to the news.
And liquor.
Well, yeah, it's mostly liquor. It's a little bit of power, and it's a lot. It's
what little power I give you in my kitchen with my equipment.
Yeah. That just sounded dirty.
Well, also the microphones.
Oh, yeah, sure. So what do you want to start with? You want to start with DC? You want to start with Marvel?
DC.
Too bad! I want to talk about Snowpiercer. You're a fan of... We've talked about this. You're a fan of the comic series. Snowpiercer, the French comic series.
Yeah.
Remind me again, what are your thoughts on the movie adaptation?
Awful.
Yeah, okay. All right. I didn't mind it so much.
Read the book.
Well, that's the thing. I've never read the comics,
And it's look,
they're hard. They're kind of hard to find.
Really?
I mean,
they're in the library. Like you can just find them in the. I mean, we live in New York, which is fantastic. But they have a whole comic book room in the library in Midtown, and they have all 3 books there.
I'm sorry. What?
It's a big. You know what? Never mind. You can buy it on Amazon for pretty cheap.
Oh, okay. Then it's totally fine. I could totally find it easily.
Yeah.
Snowpiercer, of French comic book fame and to everyone except Andrew movie fame.
Yeah.
Is getting a TV pilot.
Oh Jesus!
Wait, hold on. This,
You're like, it's directed by Max Landis.
I haven't told you. No, then I would have been like, oh Jesus. I didn't tell you what.
Yeah.
How do you know it doesn't go to a good channel and maybe it'll be interesting? I'm just kidding. It's gonna go to TNT. I don't know. I'm sure it's gonna follow whatever procedural Rizzoli Isles or whatever the hell it's gonna do. The Last Ship, or is that even on that? It's
gonna be canceled in a season.
Yeah. Well, okay.
If it even gets picked up, because you said it's a pilot right now.
Yeah, they just ordered a pilot of Snowpiercer. I gotta say, I think this has interesting potential. Not a TNT. That's a terrible choice. Not a
potential
TNT.
At another channel.
Anywhere else. It could be. HBO would be great for this.
Well, I mean, here's the thing, though. Is
Showtime would be great for this.
Look, so Netflix.
YouTube would be great for this.
It would actually, but Netflix did the movie, right? Was it a Netflix only movie?
No.
Oh, it wasn't a Netflix.
No,
original?
it was an independent movie that actually got released
okay.
in theaters. Most people found it on Netflix.
Yeah. All right.
But it did get an actual...
Well, I think I don't remember how much we've talked about this, because the movie is a much more like... Look, it's an enjoyable movie if you don't think about it a lot. It's a great, just like... Let's watch Chris Evans beat someone up, not with an A on his forehead as Captain America.
Good change of pace.
Yeah.
That's called... as an actor, that's called stretching it.
It is.
That's called expanding your artistic abilities.
But, like, look, it's a good time. And I would never try to convince someone... Like, if someone said to me, yeah, the plot's kind of lame or whatever, but, like, it's a different plot, and it's Chris Evans beating the crap out of people, I'd never try to convince someone that they're wrong for that.
It's an interesting plot, and, I'm sure the comic does a better job of really delving into the world of it.
It doesn't really. That's the thing, is there isn't really any description of the world.
Right. I meant the world within the train.
Even that,
really?
Sort of. It's mostly just about... So here's the thing. This is what I was going to say, is that I'm really not one of those people who's like, the book is so much better, the movie's bad because the book is good, or whatever. Right. But, like, the book is about...
It's so much better.
It is so much better. But it's about socio-political class systems.
Yes.
That, like, it's really about...
Yeah.
People, there's like an ambassador, like people are like, what's life like in the back area? Like people are really interested in this guy who has lived his entire life in the back, because they've never met a poor person before. And it's more about subtlety than, if the movie is anything subtle, it is not.
That's true. It does go from one extreme to the other.
There's a part where they eat roaches, like where it's shown
that I forgot about
like
that.
Munched up roaches turned into bars.
Have you ever eaten a munched up roach turned into bars?
Not knowingly.
They're delicious and
they
nutritious.
Hated it.
Well, beggars can't be choosers, Chris Evans.
How did Chris Evans get so jacked with, like, no protein?
Bugs hold a lot of protein.
Yeah, but he only gets 1 bar. Like, they have rations. Everyone else is, like, super scrawny and not doing it. Also, no weights. Like, there's no fitness center.
Listen, you can get jacked without using weights. There are plenty of things you can do.
You can get cut.
Listen, if Rocky IV taught me anything, it means you can get jacked just chopping wood and
there's no wood on the train.
Logs in the snow.
There's no axes.
I'm just saying there's many things you could do. He could have been bench pressing the people. Like they're scrawny enough, so you could just lift one. You could be doing, I don't know.
I'm just saying this movie would have benefited from some explanation for that, because he's in great shape. Like that's a man who is full of nutrition.
Yeah. He had, he stole a couple of those roach bars from other people. Yeah. Maybe the deleted scenes have him like just bullying scrawny people that like a bully on a.
Yo, give me your roach bar.
Yeah, exactly. Like in the playground of an elementary school.
Give me your roach money.
Yo, give me your roach bar. I don't know, but I see the series. I think could be very interesting because the one thing that I went away with from that movie is that I was really interested in that world and in that hierarchy of the train.
Yeah,
and I think that given the dynamic of a television series, you can really play into that because the movie does have to follow some sort of a kind of a linear plot of them just traveling to the front of the train. And eventually, like, the one thing that did kind of fall apart for me in the movie is, like, there's one part where it's just like, okay, now we just got to skip through a bunch of cars because we got to get to the front.
Yeah.
Like, eventually we just got to end this movie. We could be here all day going through every car and having different problems and setbacks in every car, but we just got to get to the front of the train.
Yeah.
With the series, you kind of don't. You almost never have to get to the front of the train.
Well, you do after 1,001 episodes.
Yeah, at a certain point you do. Yeah. But you know what I mean?
1,001 cars.
But yeah, but that can just change.
Yeah.
Yeah, like...
Well, they can establish, they can find another train or,
whatever.
Any number of things.
Yeah.
The sequel to the second book in Snowpiercer, I believe, takes place like 50 years later, and it's on a different train.
Right.
Which is interesting.
Yeah, and there's just different ways to do it. Because the end of the movie, they crash the train. Spoilers. Isn't that right? They crash the train because then they leave.
I believe they certainly go outside.
Yeah.
Which is
because they kill Ed. Yeah, they kill Ed Harris and crash the train and.
Super spoilers if you haven't seen this.
Yeah. But is that how the whole thing ends?
Nah, man, it's way more intricate than that.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Do the books ever go outside of the train?
But you have to have like equipment to go outside. You have to have like a spacesuit, basically.
Right, but is there like a whole book where it was like, we used to be in the train, but now this whole book we're just gonna be outside the train?
There's a part where they are like in a cave.
Okay.
And like the wind can't hit them, so they can sort of take their suits off and they're just like really cold.
Right.
But yeah, I think the train like runs out of gas or something, or electricity or something. So
right, but it's all still dependent on like it never just leaves the train and just goes off into the world.
Well,
the train is always a part of the story.
Yeah. Well, yeah, the name of the book is The Snowpiercer.
Right,
because
but
that's the name of the train.
But I would say, like, I mean, sometimes they'll just veer from...
No,
like,
that's true.
once they've established a world, they're like, we don't need to stay on the train. We can just go...
everything in the books is attached to the train in some way. Like, sometimes they're leaving to find food or something, or leaving to find, another rail. Like, they're looking for another train or another source of energy. Or,
right.
There's one book where they hear music on their radios. And they're like, where's that coming from?
That's so interesting.
Yeah. They're really good. I should assign them to you.
No, I do really want to read them. But I saw this piece of news and I was like, that's actually interesting. And I think that the flaws that you find in the movie could very easily be kind of worked out.
Yeah. Well, I think they would be. I think it would be less punchy.
It would definitely be less. I would assume it would be less action oriented and more
of a drama.
Yeah, I haven't seen any of this, and people are gonna be like, "What kind of nerd podcast that you haven't seen any of this?" But I imagine it would be kind of the same things that they say about Westworld. Just like we're just gonna peel. There's like a whole onion, and we're just gonna peel back layer by layer by layer by layer. So that seems like it's gonna be really cool. Other than the fact that it's gonna be on TNT.
Other than the fact that it's gonna be terrible.
Yeah. Hey, are you? Do you have any interest in a Boba Fett movie?
I mean, yeah.
Great. It's not gonna happen, but
You're the worst.
Yeah, I know. I'm just really just dicking you around this whole episode. This story came out. I found this interesting. So they were actually planning. It was real. They were actually planning to do a Boba Fett movie.
Yeah, didn't they have a director sign on?
They did have it, and you know why? The director is actually the reason they stopped the Boba Fett movie. Do you remember who it was?
Was it Trank?
It was Josh Trank. Yeah. So I guess what was gonna happen instead of the Han Solo movie, they were gonna do Boba Fett. That was their original plan.
Jesus.
I think their original plan was Rogue One, and then Boba Fett movie.
Oh, that's not happening.
Right, and Josh Trank was attached to direct that, and then Fantastic Four happened.
Yeah,
and they were like, "Well, we're just not even doing that."
Yeah. Well, look, just do them. They should do them both, but basically the same time. Have them come out at the same time, like a Han Solo movie that parallels a Boba Fett movie.
So like 2 Star Wars movies that are like the Flags of Our Fathers and Letters to Iwo Jima, that sort of a thing.
I don't know what that is.
The Clint Eastwood movies. Clint Eastwood made 2 movies at the same time. It was Flags of Our Fathers and it was Letters of Iwo Jima. And it was about...
Is that our food?
That is our food.
Wow, that was fast.
Oh, that was also like loud. Minutes. Holy crap. Oh, this is what the world sounds like without the headphones in. This is so weird. Oh. So many things. It's just silence. I can just hear everything.
Can you smell it though?
You're doing.
Can you smell it through the headphones?
I can smell it through the mic.
That's what I meant.
Yeah.
Let's throw it on the floor.
That's where that shit goes right there. Yeah, I like you didn't even lie it flat. It's just
it's fine.
Right. You're like, it's cold enough.
Let the grease run out.
It's like the George Foreman grill version.
The fuck are we talking about?
No, I was talking about.
That Clint Eastwood movie. So were they related to each other?
Yeah. So what it was about. It was about Iwo Jima. It was about the guys who raised the flag.
Oh yeah.
That famous footage.
Yeah.
And it was done. Basically, they were 2 movies that mirrored each other. One was the American one was about the guys who did that, who made that famous snippet of film, and how it's all fake. That was all fake. That was a planned. Okay. That didn't happen in the heat of battle. In fact, the battle had happened, like nothing was going on around them, and they were bored out of their minds. And one of the newsreel guys was like, "Hey, why don't we? Can you guys just put up that flag and I'll just film it?" And they filmed it, and then like that piece of footage took off as a big piece of patriotic pride.
Wow.
And it's about like what happened to all of those guys who were in that movie.
Yeah, sure.
And then he made a companion piece to it called Letters from Iwo Jima, and it's the Japanese side.
Oh.
So if you watch, they're not like completely tied in, but they happen at the same time, and it's about the Japanese troops who were there, and were kind of like the troops were like living in caves because they had nowhere else to hide and things like that.
Does Clint Eastwood play a Japanese soldier?
No,
then I'm not watching.
Not in any of it. He's just the director.
Did anyone even see this?
Letters to Iwo Jima won a Golden Globe and was nominated for an Oscar.
So no, then.
Yeah. But it's so essentially it's 2. But like I said, it's 2 movies that are companion pieces to each other, which I guess is what you're proposing, is do a Han Solo movie and a Boba Fett movie at the same time.
Yeah.
Now, would the plots be intertwined?
Not much.
Right.
Because I don't know how you would do that.
Mm-hmm. So you're not saying like there's one central plot and the one movie is from Han Solo's perspective and the other movie is from Boba Fett's movie, and they kind of meet at the end?
Either there is a scene from 2 different perspectives where they just sort of run into or maybe they're introduced to each other through Jabba or something like that.
Yeah, at the office Christmas party or something.
Yeah, just something quick like that.
Yeah.
But not like the main event. Not like the thing that spurns Boba Fett.
So it's not like Han Solo's on the run from this guy Boba Fett, and that's the whole Han Solo movie, and the other movie is like Boba Fett's after this guy Han Solo, and then they meet in a giant battle.
I mean, that could work, but I don't know that the battle thing would work then in my...
Because it'd be anticlimactic for one of them.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. And if you watched them out of order. But like something that are both good standalone movies.
Right.
I'm sure they're worried that they would be taking 50% of the profits from one.
I mean, I can only assume that eventually we are going to get a Boba Fett movie. That's the only... You know what I mean? The character is very interesting. It's also really beloved. They've been crying out for this damn movie.
Yeah, I was going to say he's probably the most desired.
I think he's definitely the most requested non-saga movie that they really ever have. Like, I'm actually surprised that they're making Rogue One and didn't just go with Boba Fett first out of the gate.
Yeah.
I think that was actually the rumor for a while, is that the first movie out of the gate that wasn't a saga movie was going to be Boba Fett.
I mean, that would make sense, yeah.
And then they decided on Rogue One. And I'm actually surprised they canceled the Boba Fett thing just because of Josh Trank.
I mean, it's going to happen eventually. I wonder if they have to, if anything, like, I wonder if the deadline is set. And if you can't meet the deadline, you have to cancel it. You know what I mean?
I see what you're saying.
So, like, writers, directors, actors, those can all come and go.
Right.
But, like, at some point you got to be like, look, we don't have enough time.
Yeah, we gotta move on.
So we'll just set it. We'll find another home for it somewhere else.
Right. No, that's possible.
Yeah.
It's definitely gonna. I mean, there's really no doubt in my mind that it's gonna happen
eventually.
I would assume. I think some people are thinking that it's gonna be the one after episode 9. I doubt it, because Disney has now planned out.
Yeah.
It's Rogue One, episode 8, Han Solo movie, episode 9, mysterious movie that they haven't said. Some people, I'm sure, are thinking that it's going to be the Boba Fett movie. I doubt
It's got to be Obi-Wan.
It's got to be Obi-Wan. That's what I'm saying.
I would, as much as those prequel movies just, like, wrecked this show, or this movie franchise for me, Ewan McGregor is a perfect choice.
He's a great Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
He's the perfect age to play Obi-Wan now.
I mean, Obi-Wan is terrible in that, but it's the way he's written.
Yeah, but he's still... He is... I will say this, of all of the characters, he's kind of the truest to what he's supposed to be. Like, he still kind of plays like the Obi-Wan that we will come to know. I mean, obviously he's younger, so you give a little...
I mean, I would say Palpatine is the best at that. And partially because it's the same actor.
Well, it's the same actor, but he's also... Like, he doesn't really... Palpatine doesn't really have anywhere to go. Palpatine throughout all 6 movies.
Sure.
But Ewan McGregor kind of nailed Obi-Wan in that there's a young guy who's learning the ropes from somebody, and then he's also trying to train someone young and, like, totally screwing this up. But at the same time, there's just enough of, like, I see the guy that we know from A New Hope.
Sure.
Like, well, I see a glimmer of him.
Well,
he kind of nailed it
from
that
him.
way. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. It's like
he's a subtle actor.
Yeah, he is a subtle actor. But he was able to do it just enough that I'm like, yeah, I would totally buy him as Obi-Wan older.
Well, and this is the perfect time to do... I mean...
Dude, I really want Obi-Wan on Tatooine. Like, I would...
sure.
That is the best idea.
I was going to say how... I mean, I'm sure by now we would know if this was going to happen, but how fantastic would it be if we had Ewan McGregor in Rogue One? Because he'd be the right age, roughly.
Yes, he would. Because that's
depending
why they're
on how...
saying... Yeah. Because they are saying... If they make an Obi-Wan movie, it probably is Obi-Wan, like, on Tatooine or something. Yeah. Because he's that age.
Yeah.
He's
not old enough to be a New Hope. He's older than
he's not Alec
Revenge of the
Guinness
Sith.
yet, but he's almost,
I mean, not even almost, but he's, I mean, literally by definition, he's between A New Hope and Episode 3.
Yeah, I mean, if he was in Rogue One, we know by now. There's no way they would have been able to hide that. I think there's no way they would want to hide that.
Yeah.
Like,
probably
if they don't want to hide Darth Vader, they don't want to hide Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
You know, you want to get as many recognizable characters in there as possible.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think a Boba Fett movie is inevitable.
I think you're right.
I'm excited for it.
Yeah.
I'm excited for this movie that I'm just making up in my head.
I still want the female Boba Fett.
We still are going to do an episode about that.
Yeah.
That is, I'm determined that we're going to do that. I think about it every single time we're about to do one of these. I'm like, do we do the Boba Fett movie this time?
It's good to have something in our back pocket.
Yeah, because that's going to be great. I think that would be amazing to have a female Boba Fett. Never going to actually happen, but it'd be nice.
Yep.
Moving from one galaxy to another, Star Trek.
Oh. I was like,
that was almost a seamless transition.
It's pretty good,
except not at all.
You should have just said "Speaking of Star Wars" and then started Star Trek.
That
to piss people off.
Yeah, that would have been. So Star Trek Discovery, the show that I am completely fascinated with because it seems to have zero growth.
Yep.
And all hype.
Yep.
Had some new developments since the last time we recorded. Couple of things. we talked last time about how there has been no one cast in this.
Oh, yeah.
They finally got a cast member.
Yep.
And it's actually a really interesting one. Michelle Yeoh from Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon has been cast as a lead. There's been a couple of other actors cast, but they're rumored that she is going to be the lead of this show, which would make her number one, I think is the, if I remember, there was a story way back that we reported on that.
Yeah, it's not the captain.
That it's not the captain. The captain is not going to be the focus of the show. The captain is the focus is going to be on number one.
Yeah,
which is for anyone who knows Star Trek is the first commander of the ship. It's the one right below the captain.
Is this our first non-white number one?
That's a good question. I want to say. No.
Yeah, probably not, but I can't think of any.
No, because, well, no. It's got to be, I mean, the answer's got to be no. Yeah. I'm sure somewhere out there, somebody knows some obscure episode of Deep Space Nine or something that I don't.
Well, sure, but just in general, I mean, because we had Riker. I presume Spock was mostly...
Yeah, I mean, they didn't have a commander. Right. He was the science
But he was
officer,
the next one
But he
down.
was pretty much the next one down. Yeah, so, I mean... If you're going to go that route, then technically he's the first one. But he's white. So...
Oh, Spock, you mean?
Yeah. No, he is. Because his mother is human and she's white. So, yeah. So, fuck you, whoever said that Spock was non-white.
Who said that?
No one.
What is happening here? Are you going to get this back together?
Probably not. Listen, it's going to take a couple. Hit me up on the next episode. I'll finally have it together. I just the new mics are it's all new. Okay, it's all brand new, people. And I don't know. It's a new time. It's a new year. It's a new era. I don't know what's going on anymore.
I heard.
I'm sober for this episode. It's really throwing me.
Do you want a cider?
I might need one. No.
Okay.
No.
Just let me know.
My sponsor said I shouldn't. So, and I just got my 3-day chip.
I'm your sponsor. I say it's fine.
Oh.
But did I hear a piece of casting of... wasn't there some famous actor as well who was cast?
I think that's Michelle Yeoh.
No. There was a guy I recognized because I would have not recognized that name.
Is it famous, or is it just famous to Andrew famous?
It's probably famous to Andrew famous.
Okay, that's fair.
I'm going to look it up right now.
Okay, you look it up. While you're looking that up, there is another half to this story. So while we gain a major cast...
It's canceled.
Yeah. While we gain a major cast member, we lose Brian Fuller.
Oh, no.
Yes. So Brian Fuller, creator of this show... he was executive producer, co-creator. He was the showrunner for a while. Has slowly, throughout this entire process, just peeled himself back.
I mean, I can't really blame him. There's been a lot of hurdles, right?
Yeah, and he's always in demand, and he's got other things. So he was involved. First, he was the showrunner.
Yeah.
And the co-creator and the executive producer.
Yep.
Then he was no longer the showrunner. He's like, I'm still involved.
Oh,
I'm still the executive producer, but I'm not the showrunner. Someone else is going to run the day-to-day. Don't worry, I'm still involved. Now he's like, yeah, about that. I'm not even going to be there. So good luck, CBS, and may the force be. No, wait, that's not. Which one is this?
Live long and perspire.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah.
So Brian Fuller is out, which Michelle Yeoh being cast was really interesting to me.
Yeah, she's great.
Brian Fuller being out is much, much more interesting to me, but
sort of
less interesting for the show.
Yeah, less entertaining.
I'm really now. It's almost. I'm kind of worried about this, and I don't want to judge a show before anything is even shot. But the show seems like it's going to be a train wreck. I'm not going to lie, and I say that as a big Star Trek fan.
Yeah.
It really, I don't know what's going on.
I looked up the rest of the cast that I saw that was reported, and pretty good, actually. I don't know if you don't remember, you didn't read this part? Who else was in it?
Probably read it a while ago.
Do you know one Anthony Rapp?
Yes!
So he's in it, which is cool.
That is an interesting
But
cast.
the one that I am most excited for is a little guy by the name of Doug Jones.
Who is Doug Jones?
So Doug Jones... I was going to say you'd recognize his face, but you wouldn't. He is notoriously... He's in almost everything Guillermo del Toro does.
Okay.
Because he's great at being covered in shit for 8 hours and then being creepy.
Right.
I'm trying to think of a specific example. Did you ever see Hellboy?
Yes.
He was the body of Abe Sapien. The blue
Was
guy.
that the fish guy?
Yeah.
That's the guy that I thought was David Hyde Pierce for the
That's
entire
his voice.
movie. Oh, it's David Hyde Pierce's
He's
voice?
not in the cast list because he felt that Doug Jones did such an amazing job that he didn't want to put his name on it.
Really?
Yeah.
So it is David Hyde Pierce in Hellboy.
His voice.
His voice, I mean.
Yeah.
But it's
Doug
the body
Jones
of
is
Doug
the body.
Jones?
Yeah.
Doug
Jones is in Flash as well. He has a very small role. He supposedly comes back in season 2, but I watched it and I didn't see him.
Who did he play in
Do you
the
remember
Flash?
the episode in the first season where they're moving all of the what do they call them, metahumans? They're moving all the metahumans from one place to another in like a big truck to like an airport or something.
Yeah, yeah.
They all get out.
Yeah.
He's one of them. Maybe I missed an episode or something, but I don't remember seeing him. But spoiler alert for this episode if anyone's going to watch the first season, he dies at the end of it. He gets shot or yeah. I think Joe shoots him.
Really?
Yeah.
Who is
he has like no lines.
Who is this man? Okay, well that's interesting because it at least tells us something. There's going to be an alien on the show.
Probably.
I mean,
he's a creepy.
I know. Everyone's like, well, no shit, Chris.
Yeah.
It's Star Trek. There's going to be an alien on the show. But this is the first kind of inference that we're going to have.
Well, he's a big budget guy, so like
some
that's
sort of
good.
Alien.
He's great at it.
I would assume on the crew.
Yeah, he was the faun in Pan's Labyrinth as well.
I love that movie.
As well as this guy, the hand eyes guy.
Oh, he's both of those?
Yeah.
He's fantastic.
Yeah, he's great.
That movie is holy fuck.
He's weird looking as hell.
Yeah, he is weird looking.
He's like 6'4" and like 100 pounds.
Hold on. Everybody just
calm down.
Everybody
okay?
calm down, damn it. Shut up.
You're looking at
Wow. Holy, I'm trying to find him and then
what, Doug Jones? Just
yeah.
search Doug Jones.
No, I'm trying to find the Flash credit, and I'm like, it's like he worked a lot in 2016.
Just Google who did Doug Jones play in the Flash.
Deathbolt. I don't
What the fuck is that?
I don't know.
Yeah, I have no idea.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I was like, did I skip an episode or something? I don't remember this guy.
No, but that's fascinating.
Yeah. He's good. He's a good actor.
That's awesome. That's really good. I'm interested to see who Anthony Rapp plays.
Yeah, same.
I'm interested to see what they do with Michelle Yeoh's character.
Yep.
I'm interested in all that. I'm still in. Like, don't get me wrong. I'm kind of still in.
You got 1 foot out.
I got 1 foot out.
Yeah.
Like, I'm cautiously in. We still have Nicholas Myers helping in the writer's room, who wrote Wrath of Khan and
the good ones.
Voyager. Yeah, all the good ones.
Yeah, okay.
All the really, really good ones.
Yeah.
And while I love the new movies, the Chris Pine movies,
yeah,
they do lack.
They're Star Wars movies.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
It'd
be nice to have some Star Trek stuff.
Yeah, they lack it. They lack the thing that made the old Star Trek movies and the old Star Trek show great is that it is what is essential about science fiction, in that it is a moral tale. It says something about us as a society today.
It's more philosophical.
Exactly. And so
yeah, we got was an apology for the prequels, the Star Wars prequels, which is great. But
right, exactly. And I like I said, but though that has been lacking in the Star Trek movies, the current ones, and so having Nicholas Myers kind of makes me feel better that this series is going to get back to that.
Yeah,
that we're going to have some sort of moral comment on who we are as a society
until he leaves,
until he eventually is like, Brian's not out, and it's just not as fun anymore, and they don't make the good coffee, and I'm just gonna take off. I have video game news for you.
Well, hot diggity.
Yeah. Did you see there's a gameplay trailer for Marvel vs. Capcom Infinity?
No.
Do you?
I know Marvel vs. Capcom.
Have you ever played it?
Yeah.
It's a good time. I love this game.
I mean, anything, in my opinion, and literally anything that mixes fandoms is fantastic.
It's except for DC versus Mortal Kombat, that wasn't that great.
Yeah, that's a good point. But Mortal Kombat isn't even really a fandom. Like, there's no one who's like, oh, Mortal Kombat is my shit. Like, I read the forums and, you know.
I'm on the Reddits.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. But I loved all these games. I think it's about damn time we get a new one. It looks really good. I'm trying to think who I saw in all of in the trailer. I watched it a couple of days ago. Captain Marvel is in it this time around. She looks amazing. That's great.
She Carol Danvers?
Yes. Yeah, the Carol Danvers.
Yeah.
Captain Marvel. Doctor Strange is in it.
Sure. Has to be.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, they're just up
Is it mostly the MCU?
I mean, It would have to be.
Yeah.
They're definitely going to be throwing all of those guys in there.
Sure.
But I mean, they also have all of the guys from like the game that you you love.
Like I presume the Guardians of the Galaxy are probably in it.
Probably. I didn't see them in the trailer,
okay.
but I'm sure they're probably in there. But Venom's still in there, like things like that. And you still get Ryu. Mega Man's in there now, which he was probably in one of the later ones that I've missed, or he was an unlockable character. Or something.
Sure.
But it looks really good. I'm really kind of excited about it. As a guy who doesn't play a whole lot of video games, that is one that every time I see it, I'm like, oh, I love that game.
You think you're going to buy it? Do you have a console that will play it?
No, it depends on what all the consoles it comes out on, because they're still kind of making 360 games, and I haven't upgraded to a one yet.
Well, I was gonna say too, they a lot of times they'll release fighting games on PC, and you can get like a controller that.
Yeah, I'm not big on playing the games on the PC. There's something about it that feels weird to me.
Well, no, if you get the controller and hook your PC up, or your laptop up to the TV, it's exactly the same.
Yeah, maybe. But yeah, that looks like a lot of fun. I'm excited. There hasn't been a whole lot. Like, they just announced that it's coming, and they announced they gave it one gameplay trailer, so there's going to be more to come.
Great.
Sure, we're going to see more characters revealed, things like that. Did you see the new poster for the Power Rangers movie?
No.
It's interesting because it's the first time we get to see the Zords.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, this is it right here.
Oh.
It looks kind of cool.
I mean, you can barely see. You see the saber-tooth tiger. You see the pterodactyl pretty well.
Right.
Is that the T-Rex right in the second spot?
That's the T-Rex.
And you can't really see the Triceratops or the Mastodon.
Yeah, but it's kind of cool. Like, you get to see at least scale a little bit.
What scale?
Well, look, there are trees.
Oh, I guess those are trees.
It's a mountaintop.
Yeah, all right.
You know what I mean?
So they haven't really changed the scale that much. It's about the same.
But I mean,
which is good.
They weren't going to make it smaller.
Well, that's what I was going to say. They could have made it bigger. They could have made it smaller, but they're sticking to what works, so that's good.
Yeah, and it's an interesting. Why is my? Oh, my wife is texting me.
Like, oh, the apartment's just on fire. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. It's interesting because, I mean, they definitely redesigned the Zords for what you know. Like,
they're Iron Man'd out.
Yeah, the saber-tooth tiger, I had to look at like a couple of times before I was like, what the hell is that thing?
Yeah, it's very shiny.
Yeah, it's very shiny. It's not very tigery.
Yeah.
But it looks badass.
Yeah.
I mean, the pterodactyl looks really cool. The Tyrannosaurus Rex, you can't see a whole lot, but it looks really cool. In a slightly related note, though, that looks cool. Did you see the pictures of Alpha?
I did.
Holy shit, that looks creepy as hell.
Yeah, I don't know what they're going for.
I don't know what it looks so odd.
Yeah. I really think they're going for. Do you know the Guyver?
Yes.
Do you actually?
I do actually know the Guyver.
So that was like a sentient, like, living robot suit, and that sort of seems to be what they're going with here. Like a lot of I don't know what word that is, but like. Wow. Excuse me.
Oh, man. Oh.
Like a lot of pieces that go from a large size to a small size. Like, it's a very fluid look and not symmetrical, you know.
Right.
They're not going for something that is strictly robotic or strictly sentient.
Alpha has a beer gut. Look at this.
Why not?
No, look.
Yeah.
He's got a gut. What's going on?
Did who's
Alpha
voicing him? Who is it?
Bill Hader.
Yeah, do you think he had a say in what he looks like?
No,
He's
doesn't.
like, yo, give him a gut.
I mean,
he's like, trust me, it'll be hysterical.
It's so. Why would you do that? If you're building a robot, wouldn't you make him look fit? Like,
I mean, I wouldn't. I'd make him look...
Where's the practicality in that?
See, I think... Well, where's the practicality in having a robot that stays in a room that has a computer?
Where's the practicality in having a robot that has two giant headlights on him? Which don't look like headlights. They look like they're on fire.
Look, if I was designing it, I literally... Alpha is the side character. He's the comic relief. He's the one that you can literally keep exactly the same as a reference. Everything else can change.
Right.
Just make him exactly the same as he looked in the show.
Yeah, because this is just...
Yeah. Have you seen what he looked like in the original show?
Yeah. Oh, I love the original show. Yeah, I mean, look, listen, glitz him up a little bit for the movie. I totally get it. But maybe. Yeah, keep him relatively the same as the original show. I totally agree. But like, because that's the thing is you're right. If that's the reference point, because they're clearly referencing the show in this. Like the costumes that they have for Rita, for the Rangers, completely different from the show. This, they have the weird
he's got like the UFO head. Yeah. The color scheme
is kind of the same. So they're clearly referencing the character from the show. Why are they
fucking it up?
Yeah, why not just make him completely different or make him exactly the same? Like why be somewhere in the middle?
Yeah.
And just because it looks like they took the Alpha from the show and melted him under a magnifying glass in the sun. And then was just like, well, that works. Like, I think they took an Alpha action figure from the show and gave it to one of the producers' 6-year-olds on a summer day and with a magnifying glass and was like, come back in an hour. And then they were like, this is your design, go. Because it was so weird looking.
Yeah, or like the kid melted it with the magnifying glass and the dad was like, oh shit, I need a design for this. And he was like, and looked around and he was like, oh yeah, that one.
Yeah, that's the one.
That's fine.
Do you think his head comes off and just flies around? Because it looks like it does. I want it to really bad. I hope it does. That'd be amazing.
That's so gimmicky.
He's just flying around. Ay, or whatever he says.
That's what he says.
That's what he says, right? I said whatever he says because I tried to play it off like I didn't know because I was too cool for school. But I know what he says. I know exactly what he fucking says. I'm such a fucking dork. So, in summary, Zords look cool, Alpha does not.
Correct.
Moving on.
Yep.
This is the last bit of news I got, actually.
Great.
I'm
hungry.
Great. Aquaman gets a release date.
Oh, great.
The Aquaman movie is coming October 5th, 2018.
Can't you just swim a little faster?
Oh, that was terrible. But I loved every minute of it. October 5th, 2018. At this rate, it will ironically get here faster than the Flash movie.
Oh.
Because...
That's ironic.
Yeah, isn't it? But it's interesting. It's exciting to see that that's actually moving forward. I guess.
Well, yeah, I mean...
Are you interested? I should just preface this. Any interest in the Aquaman movie?
Only in the Aquaman movie.
Yeah, and then anybody else?
That's the only one I'm interested in.
Really?
Yes.
Over Justice League?
Yep.
Over The Flash?
Yep.
Over Wonder Woman?
Yeah, just because. I'm hoping by the time they get to Aquaman, they'll have figured out what the fuck they're doing.
Yeah. Over the Batman movie.
Oh, yeah. The Ben Affleck Batman movie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Over...
9,000.
Wait, hold on.
Yep.
What was the other one?
There aren't.
Harley Quinn. Over the Harley Quinn movie.
Well over. Are we getting a Cyborg movie?
I don't think there's been one announced. I think characters... I don't know. He's a great team character.
Yeah.
He's not a very strong by himself character. He has no rogues that I can speak of. He's no... he really was... He was created for the Teen Titans in the comics.
Oh.
And now he's primarily known, since the New 52, he's primarily known as a member of the Justice League.
Yeah.
So he kind of has just moved from team to team. I don't even know if he's ever had his own comic run just by himself.
Oh, I'm sure he has. They've done that with everyone.
Probably.
Yeah.
But
he's had long enough.
Yeah, but I don't think a whole lot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't think it's lasted very long.
Sure.
At the same time that they've given a release date, they had said before that Ocean Master was going to be the villain.
Oh.
Patrick Wilson has just been cast as Ocean Master.
Oh.
So now we have a guy playing Aquaman, we got a guy playing Ocean Master, and we got a director, and we got a release date. This is actually going to be a movie.
Patrick Wilson is not a large man, right?
No.
That's going to be an interesting dichotomy.
It's gonna, yeah.
It's Jason Momoa's 4 bills of muscle.
Yeah, having the Ocean Master as the villain is a weird choice in and of itself, because that's not really his main villain.
Well, I mean, even casting Jason Momoa as Aquaman is a strange choice. Like, he's a fantastic actor, and they're lucky because he's a really good actor.
Right.
But, like, he doesn't... I mean, Aquaman traditionally is not significantly more jacked than anyone else on the Justice League.
Yeah,
right?
I know what you're saying. Yes, but he does have... Technically, he has
super strength. Right.
Yes.
But he is not... Like, he should look similar to The Flash. You know, they're maybe a little bigger, but, like, they all kind of resemble each other. Or certainly not much more than Superman. And he's probably got a foot over Henry Cavill.
Sorry, I'm also looking up... There's
We are recording.
I know, but I have news that like just came out today.
I'm hungry, Chris.
I'm trying to find it right now. Oh, speaking of the DCEU, Margot Robbie's Harley Quinn movie is now a villain team up. Yeah, so it looks like
Poison Ivy. I mean, it's gotta be.
Yeah, Poison Ivy and Catwoman.
Oh Jesus.
I think that's gonna be interesting. I wish it was one hero, one villain.
But
I still like this idea.
They're just gonna fuck this up, and it's gonna be a look. This movie is not gonna make any money. First of all, because when they introduced Harley Quinn, most of the people who saw Suicide Squad are not gonna take a second chance with that character. And
I disagree. I think with that character, they will take a second chance.
We'll see.
I think she was she was by and large...
A significant number of people won't. A fraction of people won't.
I disagree. I think she was the best part of that movie.
It still wasn't good.
I'm not saying the movie wasn't good.
But I enjoyed her.
Good. I think she was. I enjoyed her character.
She was
a lot.
So over-sexualized. Anyway, that's a discussion for another time.
But that's a design and directorial choice.
Yes.
But I think the character itself, also, okay. Yes, I understand what you're saying. However, the character itself is kind of a sexualized character.
Depends on originally.
Yeah, okay, that's fair.
Yeah, not at all originally.
But I think that could be I would actually get behind a Harley Quinn movie. I would totally, not a solo movie. You got to give her something.
Sure.
Like Kramer can't have his own TV show.
Sure. But here's the thing for me. So we're gonna have the same people who directed basically or produced her in Suicide Squad.
Right.
They're going to be making this movie. And what's going to happen is it's going to tank the same way that Suicide Squad tanked. And then after that, they're going to say, see, people don't like movies that star women.
But I don't know if the same people that were directly involved with Suicide Squad are going to be directly involved with this movie.
They certainly are.
I mean, Jeff Johns is going to be involved because he oversees everything.
He wasn't.
But I don't know.
Was he on when Suicide Squad started? Because didn't they bring him on?
I think they brought him on.
Yeah, I don't think he was involved.
But that's a good point.
Yeah, no, it is. I'm passing that up to you.
Yeah. Like Jeff Johns is going to be looking over things, which is a little better.
Zack Snyder will most certainly not be involved anymore.
He's not going to be involved anymore. I doubt David Ayer Smith, whatever, is going to direct it.
Yeah, probably not.
I
don't know. I just worry, man. Because they're all... I mean, the people with the money...
I worry about all of these movies.
Yeah.
But
this one especially worries me because producers look at female-led movies differently than they look at movies.
Yes. No, I'm not disagreeing with you there. However, I think one of the positive things to come out of Suicide Squad was the character of Harley Quinn. I think she was someone who was more interesting to me than any of those other characters, and I would actually want to see them. I don't know. There was just something about her that was intriguing.
That was attractive.
No, I'm not playing into the sexualized thing.
Listen, I'm just trying to point out that like nothing happened with her. She didn't do anything.
Yeah, but she was entertaining to watch. I would totally watch another movie with her.
I think the only entertaining part of that movie was Jai Courtney as Captain Boomerang.
Oh, he was definitely entertaining. I would totally watch a movie with him.
I really think that almost... I mean, look...
I would watch a movie with them.
Yeah.
I would totally watch
I would only watch that movie because it had him in it as that character. So look, you want to put all the characters on a ranking system other than Captain Boomerang, you put them all together. She was the best part of that, certainly. But like, it's not good enough for me.
But to me, again, because it's not a solo movie, because they're pairing her up against something else,
Oh, you mean like pairing her up with, say, Will Smith's Deadshot and like a handful of other rogues? Maybe?
But that's what I mean. Is she plays well. I think she plays well off of other people. I don't think she plays well on her own. I would be more interested because, yes, I agree. That movie was a disaster. I would be more interested to take an interesting character, try and salvage that, and put her up against something that is more interesting, and then be able to give her something better to do.
Well, we'll see if that happens.
I mean, Captain Boomerang on his own is fun to watch and is interesting.
See, he is actually the one that you should put with a hero. Like, have him chained to
that'd be
the Green
amazing.
Lantern or something.
Yeah. No, that'd be amazing. That'd be fantastic.
Or even chained to, like, the Flash. Like, he can't
because
run.
that's his villain.
Well, and also he can't run then,
right.
You know?
But, I would totally be behind that. But I think that if you're going to take a character and you want to promote female-led movies this way, that's an interesting one to do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not your typical damsel in distress. She proves that she can hold her own.
I would agree with you pre-Suicide Squad.
Okay. Okay.
And you know what? I'll even give an optimistic note to end on.
Okay.
We don't know. We haven't seen anyone.
Yeah, I mean, this news just came in that this
Well, I was going to say we don't know who's going to play Catwoman. We don't know who's going to play Poison Ivy. And even once we do, we don't know how their interpretations will be. So.
Exactly. And we don't know who's directing. We don't know who's writing
of it. Yeah, and then there's additional
There's a whole bunch of variables. I think that's really what I'm saying, is that at this point, I'm excited about it because of what the possibilities are.
Sure.
You know, if a trailer was coming out.
Yeah. I could see that.
It'd be a different story.
I really want a Bombshells thing. Do you know about the DC?
Yeah, I love the DC Bombshells.
Yeah, I read the first issue and then never picked up another, but I really enjoyed it.
But it was so fantastic.
I love the idea. Like, I love the art. I love the
It was
concept.
so good, I decided I don't need to read the rest.
Well, here's the thing. I don't buy issues. I wait until there's a trade paperback.
Right.
And I just buy trade paperbacks.
Because I really... from the store.
I don't... I mean...
And you shove it in your bag.
What are you trying to do to me, man?
You walk out the door.
Look,
You go to the... What
usually...
What was the place you said at the beginning of the show? You go to the what?
Bathroom?
No, you go...
Listen, what I normally do, I don't steal comics. I leave our cards in them.
Great. Yeah, so...
the library.
Yeah, what is it? Where is this place?
It's a place where a guy named Barry just, like, tells you bullshit. He just lies constantly.
It's a podcast?
Yeah.
It could be.
It could be, yeah.
Probably is.
Yeah. Except you'd have to record it in the library, and it would just be people shushing him.
Yeah, nice. No, that'd be fascinating. I mean, at this point, I think that's more what DC should start doing and trying to capture that, because Marvel has kind of cornered the market on, like, hey, we have one cinematic universe and we branched out into TV.
Agreed.
And we branched out into movies, and they're all on the same playing field, and they're all
well, and DC has already said, like, our TV isn't the same as
exactly, and that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So just do that. You got Gotham, which is a completely different universe than the CW shows.
Yep.
Hell, even Supergirl, who is part of the CW shows, which is technically in the same universe, it's not even the same Earth.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's so fragmented. And then you got the DCEU, and it's a totally different thing. And this is supposed to... I guess the only thing that they have in common is, like, this is technically a multiverse.
Yeah.
Which is totally cool.
Yeah.
But then...
And it leaves you open to do whatever you want.
But then just do whatever you want.
Yeah.
Like, give everybody... Give me like 12 Batman movies, and they're all different.
I really think a Bombshells Earth would do really well on...
I think it'd be
well,
really
I was going to say,
fun.
I think it'd do really well on CW. I think it would be great as part of that CW realm.
I'm going to make a prediction right now. At some point in... I'm going to say Flash...
That would be my guess, yeah.
Or possibly Legends of Tomorrow.
Oh, yeah, sure.
You're going to see a DC Bombshells. In fact, I'm going to lean more towards Legends of Tomorrow.
Oh, yeah?
That at some point within, like, the next season or two, DC Bombshells is going to make an appearance.
Great.
And it's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
It's going to be fantastic.
Yeah.
That'd be... DC, I think that's what they should do, is just give me, like... another Superman movie that's just completely different. Give me another...
maybe one that's good.
Yeah. But, like, you could even... that's the thing, is, like... I mean, they couldn't do it now because he's currently on one of the CW shows, but, like, you could technically do Brandon Routh as Superman still.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean?
Well, in another Earth,
and give that, it's another Earth. It's just the Donner.
We talked about this when the first time we were talking about Doctor Strange, when we said, when he's floating around in all the different dimensions, or whatever. Show us Paul Rudd as Captain America. Show us,
that'd be amazing. So give me the Donnerverse. Why not? I'll totally take it.
Yeah,
I actually wish that Superman Returns had done better, and I wanted to see a sequel with that.
Yep,
that would have been really interesting. Yeah. Give me that. Why not? All the people who hate Man of Steel because there's no wonder and there's no joy, just give them that one. Then. Yeah. What the fuck? Who cares at this point?
Yeah.
You've got 12 different universes going on.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Instead of trying to run towards cohesiveness, because the other guys are doing it, run away from it and do the opposite.
Well,
give me something different.
It's really smart too, because if they need to cancel something, they can. And you can still bring the actors back in,
right,
and not have a full show.
Yeah,
you can bring them into another.
Exactly,
show.
You can do whatever you want. Yeah. So DC is never going to listen to our advice because they repeatedly don't return my calls.
What number are you calling?
5.
That's my number.
Damn it! Why do you keep hanging up on me?
Listen. You breathe heavily into the mic.
I think I'm talking to DC and I just get so nervous. That's all the news I got. I even looked up an extra news story.
And that's all the news that I have.
And that's all the news. No Man's Sky news.
No, man.
Is that thing still going on?
I think people are still playing it, but it's weaning.
I mean, why? But it's like it's run out of an empty warehouse in Ottawa or something, isn't it? It's just
basically
nice. It's
Pokemon Go's doing some amazing stuff, but I don't really want to talk about it.
You won't get off the fucking Pokemon Go.
I love it. I love it, Chris.
We're eating and you're just playing Pokemon Go.
Yes.
We're walking. You're playing.
There's a holiday event, so everyone get out there and catch those holiday Pikachus.
The Pikachus with the Santa hats. Does that do anything? Does Santa hat make anything?
It makes me happy.
Fuck is this point of this fucking game? What do you people do with your lives?
Getting exercise, Chris. What has Marvel vs. Capcom ever done for you?
Gave me a seizure once because the lights blink really, really fast in it.
That is one thing more than Pokemon Go has ever done for me.
See? So suck it.
All right, I'm gonna go get some pizza.
All right, great. Oh wait. Oh, before you go, hey Andrew. You
better hurry this up.
Where can they find us?
Are we at 9 now? 9, right?
Sure. Let's just start rattling them off. Let's see if we can remember them.
Twitter. Our handle on Twitter is at Media Lunch Break.
Yes.
We're also on Facebook now, so you can search for us on that. We're on YouTube. Search for the Media Lunch Break on there. You can also listen to us on iTunes and Google Play Music. So feel free to give us a rating on that. Whether you like us or you don't. Subscribe to YouTube. Certainly subscribe to everything else I've said so far. We're on SoundCloud.
Yes.
SoundCloud.com/themedialunchbreak.
There you go.
We've also got our website, which is themedialunchbreak.com.
All right.
Feel free to check out there. You can also email us
at
themedialunchbreak@gmail.com. There's something else.
Patreon.
Oh yeah, the important one.
Yeah, the one that gets us money.
Yeah, well, I still haven't uploaded anything to it yet, but we've only got one patron on Patronane.
No, it's Patronane.
Patronane. We've only got one Patronane, and it's my girlfriend.
All right. Nice.
So, and her money is my money.
Yeah, so nice. So it's just circular.
Yeah.
Nice. Awesome.
So that's patreon.com/themedialunchbreak.
Hey, guess what?
A few bucks there.
You did it.
I did all of them, didn't I?
Good job.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All I've ever wanted is your pride. Yeah, you can be proud of me.
That's what I call it.
Yeah.
I call it my pride.
You've actually got it tattooed right on the side. I've seen it.
Well, You've earned yourself a piece of pizza.
Yeah, I'm leaving now.
All right, we're going to talk trailers next time. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye. We're just getting up and... Jeez.
I'm hungry.